G'day. Just a little thought as I'm reading through Isaiah. I see in 55 verse 11 it says, "So is my word that goes out from my mouth. It will not return to me empty, but will accomplish what I desire and achieve the purpose for which I sent it." That was written by Isaiah 2,800 years ago. And about 2,100 years ago there were a group of scholars, Jewish scholars, who dedicated their lives to writing down clearly all of the ancient scriptures and storing them in a jar in a cave at Qumran in Israel, near the Dead Sea. Pauline and I were there recently. We saw where they'd lived and how they'd written these beautiful scrolls and stored them in pottery, jars of clay, and put them in a very difficult to get to cave high on the hills. Well, a shepherd boy came along just last century and was throwing rocks into these caves, and he heard the sound of pottery, either smashing or something, but they went in and discovered these scrolls, and they found all the old scriptures of the Old Testament stored beautifully in these caves, and they took them to the right people, and they've since been interpreted, but the book of Isaiah was almost all there and absolutely correct, confirming that the ancient scriptures were this was a true record of the ancient scriptures. And it's God speaking to people like Isaiah, just out of the blue, he's writing them down, the words of the Lord, and storing them so that people like you and I can hear them. God is speaking to us through the book of Isaiah. And the words of the Lord do not go out from his mouth and return to him empty. So they are sent out, even if it takes 3,000 years to reach us, but they will accomplish what God desires for them to accomplish. He has a purpose for which he sends them. So you need to find what purpose it is for you by getting into the Word of God, getting in and finding out how God is speaking to you. He's got a purpose for you, and he may want to just redirect your paths a little bit as you get into his Word and correct some things in your life so that you do live according to his will and fulfill his purpose and have the glory of the Lord rise upon you. The light of God shining over you, the favour of God with you wherever you go. He'll never leave you. And just stick with the Word. Get it, read it, store it up, believe it, put it in your heart. And you'll find your life will run just as God wanted it to run. A little meditation. Have a great day. See you later.